This clip is brought to you by 8 Sleep Mattresses, the temperature-controlled Tesla of beds that automates your sleep. Sleep better and enjoy this clip. Remember those Abercrombie images I pulled up for you?
Oh, yeah, I can find it. Yeah. Because they got pulled, right?
They got pulled, yeah. Abercrombie took their post down. I know Sean Baker posted about it. To give you guys just a quick rundown while Andrew's looking some of this up. Abercrombie and Fitch, and I never got to watch the Netflix documentary they did on them.
Oh, that's pretty fun.
You did? You watched it?
Cool, yeah, I saw it.
Got it. Well, Abercrombie and Fitch, I used to work there when I was that was my first job. But Abercrombie and Fitch was this company who's like always been about being young, hot, blonde, and blue-eyed. And maybe sprinkle some black in there. But Abercrombie is a company that's always been known to like be like really, you got to be a certain size. They never had like bigger clothing, and their marketing was all 6-packs and, sexy girls. People hated that shit. A lot of shit happened. But they recently did an ad, and it wasn't even really an ad. They did a Facebook post. Cool. Andrew, you have it. A Facebook post. And this was one of the bodies that was shown on that post. But the fucked up thing? This isn't an Abercrombie model. This is one of the customers that purchased some Abercrombie clothing. And what they did is, and this is the picture that everyone's showing, but they also showed some other women who were not as heavy. Like they showed women of different sizes wearing Abercrombie. She's not a model for them. She's a customer that bought some of their clothing, and she posted about it. And yeah, there you go. There are the other models that they showed, right? And not even models though. These are just random women.
Like fans, basically.
They're fans. And Abercrombie was like, they're probably overcorrecting because of what they used to do. But all they did was show it's weird because people took that blonde girl and they're like, oh, they're glorifying being obesity, blah, blah, blah. But it's just a girl that bought some Abercrombie clothes. That's like, I like I'm feeling myself right now.
Yeah.
And then they put it up.
I would say that company definitely knew what they were doing by putting that forward. They knew some of the result that they would get off of that. Something I always find interesting is like, and I certainly don't know how to dress myself either, but like, I find it interesting the type of clothing that certain people wear. Sometimes I'm like, that's just not flattering for them. So that first picture of the blonde girl, like the choice of clothes, like it just doesn't look great. Like I don't know why. I'm not sure why someone would dress that way.
There's a flattering aspect up top if we're being like if somebody were just looking at the first third of the picture, like
right.
It's like, okay, boobies.
Right. So, you're right. And I know that people are like, hey, well, she should be able to wear whatever she wants. And I'm not saying that she can't wear that. I'm just saying that and I guess it's just my eyes and my thoughts. Like when I was heavier, I didn't wear stuff that was real tight. Yeah. I didn't wear stuff that was real short. I would cover certain things certain ways and just try to make sure that even though I probably didn't look good or great, no matter what I did, I would still, just try to, I guess, make sure I'm more comfortable. But I guess if she's comfortable wearing that, then go for it. But it's like those shorts are like insanely short. And then there's just like a lot of chub going on around it. So again, I'm just, I'm fascinated by people's like clothing choices sometimes.
It is very interesting because you don't see many men who are obese, right? You don't see them wearing really tight fitting clothing and that type of stuff. But as far as women, there has been an uptick of like, but this is the thing though. This is the rough part because there is the aspect of like, oh, we don't want to. People are like, oh, don't glorify this. But again, she's not one of their models. She's just a fan that managed to buy some of their clothing because now they make clothing for bigger people.
It seems like the angle of that picture, like there's some like, it seems like there's a lot of shit. It seems like there's a lot of shit going on with that particular photo, and the way that you can see the legs in there and stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas the picture of the black woman, she looks very pretty.
But that's just because she chose the picture she wanted
to use. It's a different picture, and it's but like that seems more appropriate to wear. I don't know. Who am I the fuck to say what's appropriate?
Oh, so you're okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
I get what you're saying, but man, like you go on Instagram, girls be having their asses out. So it's just like whatever girl chooses to have their ass out, or whatever guy chooses to have their shirt off and their fucking 5-inch inseam shorts. I mean, like
soon to be 3.
Soon to be 3. But this is the thing. The confusing aspect about all of this is that there's one side where people are like, oh, models are too skinny, unhealthy, blah, blah, blah. There's another side where it's the extreme, oh, these people are too big, blah, blah, blah. But people who are overweight or obese, it is great that companies are now actually making clothes that fit those people. Because guess what? There are a lot of people, most people in America are now overweight and obese.
Yeah.
They need clothes, right? And I mean, it's a great move as far as a business to provide clothes for bigger people because like that's a lot of them. So that's one thing. But number two is like, if someone's trying to get in better shape, they need fucking clothes to wear to get in better shape. And if they want to fucking rock some Lululemon, Viore, or Abercrombie and Fitch, it'd be nice if those sizes were offered for those people who are, some may not be trying to change, but some might be. And I don't know. It's like, if you can just shift your perspective sometimes, get out of the butt. Like, I think sometimes since we're so focused on fitness and being fit, we have this ideal that we're like, yeah, like being fit is good. And that's great. But if you put yourself in just the perspective of someone who is overweight or obese, and maybe they want to be on that journey, and you just think about how they look at everything, it's like, it's great to be able to see that a place has clothes that fit you while you're heading down this. So sometimes we just need to take ourselves out of the fucking equation and just be like, other people are trying to do the same shit you are. That it's weird.
And then it's hard from a company perspective to like, how many X's high do you go? How big of a size do you go up? You know? And everything's not for everybody. Like there's things aren't really that equal, you know, like where can I shop for a pair of 7X leather pants?
Big and tall.
Like, sorry, like they ain't got them, you know, like they probably don't exist. You know, you want leather pants, you're probably going to have to lose some weight.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's just the way life is. Like there's some things that are unfair sometimes, and you got to maybe try some new shit. Like we recommend often on the show. I think that people that are heavier, I think that lifting weights plays right into their hands because it doesn't require, some things that you may need if you're going to like run or you're going to investigate like more extreme movements. For somebody that's a bigger person, that's been a bigger person most of their life, they actually, a lot of times they'll find out that they're actually fairly strong and they actually have a pretty good muscular system on their body from carrying around that weight for years. So a lot of people that are heavier, it would be amazing if they investigated going into the gym and lifting some weights. I realize how hard that can be for people because, you know, getting over the fear of going into the gym. So maybe you start out and you buy a kettlebell that you have at your house and you start lifting that or whatever way you can figure out some type of resistance training.
So Power Project family, I hope you enjoyed this clip. We are on Discord and Reddit. We're trying to talk to you guys and build a community down there. So the links are in the bio. But remember, like, comment, subscribe, share this out with people so you can share the wealth of health. As cheesy as that fucking sounds. Peace.